what's up guys, it's Blake with Whitewater Reptiles, and today we're going to talk about the top 5 snake myths, or things that people often say that simply just are not true about these animals. So let's get into it. Starting off, one of the most common things I hear about owning reptiles, or just snakes in general, is that they're slimy. Now, I don't really know where that comes from, but snakes are not slimy. They're actually a very dry animal. Oftentimes you'll find they're very smooth. Now, some do have keeled scales and might be a little rough, but for the most part, things like ball pythons, corn snakes, boas, things you'll find in the pet trade are very smooth, dry animals. So the second thing that we hear a lot is that snakes chase people. Now, everybody's got a story that so-and-so's brother's uncle's best friend's cousin was chased by a snake. And that's just simply not true. There's not a single snake on this planet that chases people. There just simply is not. The only chance that someone might have felt a snake was chasing them is if the snake was trying to escape, and it just so happened getting past them was the fastest way for them to do so. So the third thing on this list is that snakes size up their owners. You hear this all the time on BS news articles, and just like on Facebook, you'll see little snippets of things like, oh, this snake sized up their owner. No, they don't. They do not size up their prey. I mean, think about it. Do you really expect one of these guys to carry a tape measure around in the woods, just checking to see if something's small enough to eat? Another thing that you hear about that is that they'll starve themselves to take a bigger meal, and that's simply not true either. These guys definitely aren't going to pass up a smaller meal on the chance that they could eat something larger in the future. They are very opportunistic feeders. They will eat when it is available. In a lot of those pictures, you'll see these snakes laying next to someone, which most of the time someone's just set the snake up for a photo, but if your snake does lay next to you, like say a ball python or something, realistically what they're doing is they're looking for warmth, as they are exothermic animals, meaning they get their heat externally as they are a cold-blooded animal. So this one probably gets on my nerves the most, but number 4 is going to be that snakes are aggressive. Now, as you can see, Honeydew here is not an aggressive girl. She's very mellow. So snakes are not aggressive. That is simply not true. Snakes, however, are defensive, meaning if you come to them, they may retaliate. Now, by no means do they want to. Typically, you'll see it's a last resort. Like rattlesnakes, for example, will often make their signature noise with that rattle before they ever strike at you. These animals are never going to come looking for you, which would be an aggressive behavior. They are defensive. They're going to stand their own ground if they absolutely have to. According to disease control, the highest estimate they have is about 8,000 snake bites per year, which puts you at a 40,965 to 1 odds of getting bit by a snake. Now, you have a better chance of getting struck by lightning, statistically, than just being out and about in the woods and naturally getting bit by a snake. Oftentimes, bites happen when people find something in the wild and they start to provoke something, or, they poke it with a stick, or they try to drag it around, or they try to get a rise out of it, and that's very often where you will see, unfortunately, a bite occur. So the 5th thing on this list that we're going to talk about is kind of a silly one, but you will often hear that snakes dislocate their jaw to eat large meals, to take big prey, and that's just also complete BS. It's not true at all. It's actually really funny to hear people say that, because unlike mammals, they actually have their lower jaw is 2 separate pieces known as mandibles, which are not even connected. Well, hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, let me know by leaving a like, dropping a comment down below what you'd like to see next, and if you haven't already, subscribe so you can see new videos coming out every week.